What's going on, y'all? St. Piper here, aka Black Native. I'm feeling real good today, but I want to know how you doing. Good? All things working for your good? That's good, man. All things working for mine as well. Thanks for asking, man. Before we get into this video, I always encourage you to subscribe if you want to become a Black Native. A Black Native is a complete being or someone who is actively working towards becoming a complete being. Got me? Got it? Good. Today's video, we're talking about the wisdom tooth. Now, this been on my mind for a while. Like when I was a kid, I was always hearing about wisdom teeth, you know, having to get it pulled, having to get it removed, going to the dentist. And it was kind of like the boogeyman. Like I didn't want my wisdom teeth to grow in at all, you know. And, you know, as I got older, I just started to wonder, like, why would Yahawah give us wisdom teeth if all we're going to do is pull them out and all they do is cause pain and they don't serve any purpose, right? That's what I'm asking myself, because it doesn't make sense logically that the creator who is perfect and therefore can only create perfection, right? And therefore can only create energy, because Yah is the source of energy. So this creator is perfect. Why would something useless and flawed be available to us? Why is that a provision? Because Yah made every provision for us. So that was my biggest question. And it didn't make any sense for a while. It didn't make any sense until I changed my lifestyle. See, I am from Louisiana, New Orleans, and I currently still stay in the New Orleans area, the New Orleans metropolitan area. So I grew up on eating whatever, you know, like we eat seafood, we eat crustaceans, we eat, you know, what a lot of cultures would consider dirty. We eat fried food. It's just a lot of obesity down here. Like we really don't take a lot of responsibility when it comes to our nutrition. And, you know, so I was in that system, and it was all about flavor, and it was all about, you know, enjoying yourself, but not really treating yourself with the food you eat. And at this point, I pray that y'all know that what you put into your body is not only what makes you you, but it also limits and fortifies your capacity. Like you put in a bunch of trash, you can only give out trash at best. So me saying that, I didn't have the mind state to grasp high level things because I was eating low level food. I didn't have the mind state to operate at a high level because I didn't heal myself with the food I ate. I was killing myself with the food I ate. So it wasn't until I went vegan, you know, in my 20s. I'm 25 right now, big 7. I'm 25 right now, I'm big 7. Y'all saw that 335? That's 11. Ooh, I'm rhyming on y'all, but nah, seriously. It was when I became maybe like 23 years old, 20 years old, and I started to think about the wisdom tooth again and what that was all about. And it just started to click to me when I was asking Yah the truth about it. It was, first he told me that, you know what, you know me better than that. I don't do anything useless. What? Useless? That's not a real word. Like that's not me. You know, that's what Yah was saying. Mother Yah, Ma and Yah. That's, you know, those are my creators, Ma and Yah. You know, my one true creator. So if you hear that, I'm saying my one true creator. I don't know who created you. Okay. I'm not going to assume that we come from the same place with the same mission. I am concerned with me and my relationship with my creator and honoring my purpose based upon my divine design. But that's, you know, I digress. So first of all, he let me know, look, man, I don't do nothing on on the useless tip. All right, I'm out here doing great things. I'm yeah. And so I'm like, so what is it for then? You know, that's just like people cutting. I'm not even gonna get into that, but what is it for then? And I started to go vegan, and the answer was in that lifestyle. My face used to swell up and stuff. My gums used to get really tight in the back. When my wisdom tooth first started coming in, like I have one wisdom tooth in right now. It's fully in. It's been in for like a year or 6 months. And my face used to swell up, and it used to cause me a lot of pain. Here and there, I used to think about, I'm gonna get this taken out. You know what I'm saying? But once I went vegan, my inflammation in my body, like the inflammation in my body went down. Like I wasn't so swollen up in the face. Like the pain absolutely went away. Like it's amazing. Like the swelling in my knee, the swelling in my shoulders, my whole demeanor, my whole character changed, and I became smoother to deal with. I was easier to operate. I was easier for me to operate in relationships. I was easier for me to function emotionally in other ways like that. So that's all of the things I noticed. But I noticed this the few times that I do go back to eat meat or dead animal flesh, or anything that comes from a low level being, my face gets irritated again, and my tooth in the back starts to swell up. And that's why I found the answer. He said, that's what the wisdom tooth is for. See, when you're wise, you make wise decisions. You make wise decisions. Your wisdom tooth is there to cause you pain, to stop you from making those foolish decisions with your diet and with your lifestyle. See, if I do something wrong and I ask for forgiveness, of course, I don't ask for grace. I ask for forgiveness. That's a whole nother story of why I do that. But I ask for forgiveness. My face might still get tight. I still might get a swollen face because I did something wrong. If I tell a lie, or I'm holding on to something Yah's telling me to release from my life, or great case, if I go back to eating something, if something had cheese in it and I didn't know, if something had milk in it, that wisdom tooth would get irritated, and I would know that there's something in my life that is out of order. I'm imbalanced. Got me? I'm imbalanced. So that's what the wisdom tooth is there for. It's not just there to cause you pain. If it is constantly causing you pain, then you're living the wrong life. You know what I'm saying? So a child doesn't have the wisdom tooth because he has or she has their parents. You're an adult. Your parents don't necessarily encounter you every day. They don't necessarily feel the need to correct you. So what is there? And that's what the wisdom tooth is for. I learned this myself. I pray that we all notice this and recognize it. So that being said, I am choosing to keep my wisdom tooth because I always want something there to keep me on a straight path. To me, that's like living without a conscience. That's like living without consequences. And when you live without consequences or a conscience, you can go so far the wrong way. And that's not what I'm about. I'm about ascension. So the only way you can ascend is to stay in your path and find what you're missing in life and learn your life lessons and complete your soul's mission. That's it. And for me to do that, I need all of the help I can get. So the wisdom tooth helps me to be wise and make wise decisions, y'all. And it's helping you too. My son's going to keep his wisdom tooth because guess what? My son is going to be vegan. My daughter, she's going to keep her wisdom tooth because guess what? My daughter's going to be vegan. And I'm learning this information right now to be able to affect the generations that come after me so they don't have to keep reincarnating. so we can all return back to our one true creator. That's what it's all about. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. That's what the wisdom tooth is for. It's actually like, you know, kind of like punishment. You know, you touch it's a consequence. You touch the stove and it's hot, your hand burns. That's all the wisdom tooth is. You get rid of that, you might, if the stove doesn't burn you, but it's still hot, you might catch your hand on fire. You might literally burn your hand 3rd degree and you can't operate that hand anymore. So which one is worse? You getting a burn and you're like, you know, and that goes away, but you know now in your head that that's bad. Or you saying, you know what, I'm going to take away all the nerves in my hand and I'm going to keep touching that stove. And then your hand is not functional. Think about what's logical, what's rational, and what's the truth. All right, we all know which one of those options is more intelligent. So if you have your wisdom tooth, cherish it and change your life if it's hurting you. Right now, my wisdom tooth doesn't hurt. I've been changing, going back vegan, working towards making that my only way of living. It's been a challenge for me, but I'm doing good. Y'all doing good too, man. Keep going. But your wisdom tooth is there to help you. It just acts as something to keep you on a path, you know. You get out of alignment, it hurts. And it should hurt. You shouldn't be comfortable being out of alignment. That's the whole thing, man. I love y'all for real. Keep going. Subscribe, like, share this video. Get out of here.